and welcome. Happy Wednesday, everyone. It's that time again, so let's get right into it. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about mastering email marketing for your real estate business. For those of you who currently have a database, pat yourself on the back because that's amazing. You'll be surprised how many people don't. And this is going to be a class where it's going to show you one of the valuable reasons why, having a CRM is important, because you can actually, master email marketing to your database. So let's get right into it. So I wanted to talk to you in regards to the power of email marketing. So I'm going to go over some statistics with you on the email marketing effectiveness. So investing in email marketing can result in a high return on investment. Email marketing has a rate of return basically of 3,600%. So it converts 40% higher than social media, and has an average of open rate of 25% in real estate, leading to a 760% increase in revenue. And you might ask how or why. And it's because obviously on social media, a lot of people don't know you. So what happens, if you notice on social media, a lot of people have different links for that way they can start following them. Once they, get into your inbox, then obviously if you're able to get their information, you'll put them into your CRM. And then now, you're doing your email marketing to them. So I wanted to tell you in comparison with retail, and this is something you're probably familiar with, for all of us who know, like if we shop Nordstrom, Target, anything at all, even food places, these companies know the value of email marketing. So you can see if they're sending emails, and most of these companies, if you really pay attention, are sending 1 to 2 to 3 sometimes emails per day, reminding you of whatever sales they have, or whatever incentives or whatever it is that they're running. But they just remind you on where to go to get the information to, they want you to come in, keep them on top of mind. So when you say, I'm hungry, where are you going to go eat? And when you say, I need to go buy a blazer, where are you going to go? So 18% of companies achieve email marketing, the rate on investment greater than $70 per dollar invested. So email is 40 times more effective at acquiring customers than Facebook and Twitter combined. So shoppers spend 138% more when marketed through email as compared to those who do not receive email offers. And why? Again, it's just the power of our minds thinking that we're getting a deal. And if we can save 10%, to us, there's some type of savings. So they know how to, to get us there. So email marketing is really, really effective. So the benefits of email marketing in real estate. So the first benefit is the direct communication. So email allows a real estate agent to directly communicate with their audience, including current clients, potential buyers, sellers, and leads. This direct line of communication enables personalized interactions and targeted messaging. 2, lead generation. Email marketing can be used to generate leads by capturing email addresses through website signups, open house registrations, and other message. And 3, relationship building. Building relationships is crucial in the real estate industry. Email marketing allows agents to stay on top of mind with their contacts by providing valuable content such as market updates, tips for buyers or sellers, and relevant industry news. And 4, cost effective, definitely cost effective compared to traditional marketing methods like print advertising. Email marketing is relatively inexpensive. There are low costs associated with designing and sending emails, making it cost-effective way to reach a larger audience. 5, it's a high return on investment. So when done effectively, email marketing can deliver a high return on investment. By targeting specific segments of their audience with relevant content, real estate agents can increase engagement and conversion rates, ultimately leading to more closed deals. 6, analytics and tracking. Email marketing platforms provide robust analytics and tracking capabilities, allowing you to measure the performance of your campaigns. So these metrics are super important. So you know who's clicking, who's, opting out, and just to see who your audience is so you can, redefine your strategies for better results. And 7, mobile friendly. With the increasing use of smartphones and tablets, email marketing allows agents to reach their audience wherever they are. Responsive email designs ensures that messages are easily readable and accessible on mobile devices, maximizing your engagement. So, strategies for growing your list. So, a lot of new agents, especially, don't have very many people in their CRM. So, you need to figure out the best ways to grow your list. So, how can you do that? By looking at where you can get people to opt into to basically so you can market to them. So here are some examples, which would be like website sign up forms, open house registrations, social media promotions, networking events, your sphere of influence by cold calling, farming, door knocking, or hosting events. There's a lot of different ways. So you just have to find what works for you. What do you enjoy doing? So you can start collecting data and start talking to your audience. The segmenting for your audience. So there's types of different types of segments. So you can, do buyer versus sellers, first time home buyers, a geographic location. So by dividing your email list into segments based on factors such as location, buying, selling interest, stage of the buying process, this is going to allow you to send targeted, relevant content to each group, increasing the chances of engagement. So what does this mean? In your CRM, there's an option to select tags. So when you select certain tags, you can put this person is, 55 or older, maybe they're an empty nester or whatever the case is. Or you could say, this person is a first time home buyer. So there's different stages in your CRM. And there's also, like I said, the tags that you can use to help segment each of the contacts that you have in there. That way, when you have specific information, you can, direct it towards those particular people. If you're doing market updates, that's something that you can probably send to everybody because everybody can, gain knowledge from a market update. So crafting compelling content. And I think this is where a lot of agents get stuck. What am I going to say? What do they want to hear? What do they want to know? We get into our head thinking that they should already know that. They understand that. When in reality, we do this day in and day out. So the average person doesn't know as much as we think they know, or maybe they have the wrong information, or maybe the information they have has changed. So it's always important to, be that person to provide the education and the information to help them make an informed decision. So by the content, you can create market updates, home buying tips, featured listings, client success stories, neighborhood spotlights, home maintenance tips, upcoming events, industry news and insights, home improvement ideas, investment opportunities, and so much more. But these are just some general things. And if you think about it, it's quite a lot. So it'll definitely keep you busy. So using compelling subject lines, craft attention, grabbing subject lines that entice recipients to open their emails. Keep them concise, clear, and relevant to the content of the email. And testing can help you determine which subject lines resonate best with your audience. Automation and personalization. Again, we all know that we are limited with the time that we have each day, and nobody wants to do the same thing twice. At least you shouldn't want to when you have the ability to automate your things. So automation tools make it easy to send personalized emails at a scale, saving time and effort for real estate agents. So there's a lot of different sources that you can use to help you to schedule. And there's even through your CRM, you should be allowed to schedule emails to go out at certain times. You can personalize your emails, use the recipient's name, and personalize the content based on their interests. That's what we said. So we can make sure that you get more open rates. So by personalizing stuff, people know that it's going to them. And again, your CRM, it will allow you to do that. Maintain consistency. Establish a consistent sending schedule to stay on top with your audience without overwhelming them. Whether it's weekly newsletter, monthly market updates, or quarterly promotion, consistency helps build trust and engagement. So create a calendar, decide what it is that you want to send out and how often and who your audience is, and just, treat it like anything else. It's on your calendar. Make sure you get it done and stay consistent.
Good afternoon. We're here today at our open.
Well, hold on. They all came on at once. So designing engaging emails are important. So elements of effective email design: clear and compelling subject lines, like we said, visual appeal with high quality images, make sure it's a mobile friendly layout, and have a clear call to action. If any of you guys use Bonbon, there's a call to action button that you can put on there. And I'll show you that in a minute. But first, you want to optimize for mobile. So ensure that your emails are mobile friendly. So that way, when they come across, they are able to see it on their phones. And like I mentioned, BombBomb has those. But this is just a sample. One of our agents here, these is, like I said, you can do property tours.
House in Victorville, California. We'll be here today from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and tomorrow, Sunday, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
So this is a type of video that you can send to your clients if you know you're going to be doing an open house. You can go to the house beforehand and do a video of the property. Don't give too much information. She did a great job by just staying in one place and just talking about where she's going to be. Don't give too much information, because then there's no point for them to go see you or for them to come reach out to you to ask you more questions. So you just want to give them enough so that way they will reach out to you. This one down here is just a property tour. So listing you can send. So anytime you have a new listing, or maybe the office does, or you are touring properties and you want to create a reel of a listing that was just put for sale, you can send this again in your database talking about the newest listing on the market in your area. But again, if you're going to do this, don't just do it once. Maybe do a property of the week every week. This is if you're not sure what to talk about, what to say, or how to engage with your audience. Okay, so that's another option. And then the next one I have here to the side, it's not a video, it's just a photo, but it's a market update. So you could even send something like that. You could do a voiceover and just talk about what's going on in the market. So those are just some samples of what type of emails to send. The metrics and the analytics, like we mentioned, you want to see what's working. So you want to know the open rates, the click-through rates, conversion rates, and unsubscribe rates. Your CRM should provide you with this information. And also email marketing platforms such as MailChimp and Klaviyo, those are also, there's so many. But these are the two that I'm familiar with. And for those of you that are newer agents, they do have free options if you have under a certain amount of contacts. So right now that you're just starting out, it would make sense to use one of these just to get it going and to see how it works for you. But if you do receive the emails from RE/MAX champions on all of our classes via email, they use Klaviyo. That's how it comes through. So you can kind of see how it would look, and you can use it more for a newsletter. You can put videos in there. You can do however you want. You build it to the way you want. But this will allow you to see how many people are actually opening it, clicking it, and unsubscribing to your content. Compliance also comes with email marketing regulations. So you want to make sure that you are compliant. So make sure that there is easily for them to unsubscribe if they do not like your content or don't ever want to see you. Just make sure that you are in compliance, and you can Google what that looks like, but it's definitely just making it easy for them to unsubscribe. So that's super important, making sure that you're not taking them off if they don't want to be on.
Hi, everyone,
and then just to show you, these are some other videos. These are real life examples of successful email marketing that I've done. And again, it's property tours. It's, there's different, sending flyers of information. This here, we did like a raffle. So we were talking about, it is time to announce our River Weekend giveaway winners. I'm so excited. So these are just different videos. This here is a market update.
So this week, I wanted to bring to you original median price versus sales price. Okay.
So again, you kind of get the idea that you have, there's so many things that you can do, but you just be consistent. Find what it is that you enjoy doing. If you don't like being on the camera, but you want to do the marketing, then definitely do tours. Tours are going to be the best thing. Or like we mentioned, you can do the AI avatar, so you don't actually have to be the one speaking. Or you can do voiceovers. Doing voiceovers is actually good too, just because you're speaking to your audience. But you have to understand that they do want to see your face. They do want to see who they're talking to or who they would be working with, because most of the time, most of these people that you're sending emails to, you're hoping to gain their trust so they can reach out and want to do business with you. So providing consistent value is very, very important. So I wanted to also show you really quick let me see. Let me see. Just to show you the Bonbon option really quick. Okay. So this is what Bonbon looks like. If you're using KV Core, they do have it built into there. You do have to pay a little bit extra, but I highly recommend doing videos. And because, like I mentioned, you can see here on the side, the engagement, how many people actually watched it, the length of time that they watched it, and if anyone liked it or responded to you. And you can see a lot of times we do the batch emails, and you can see, like, sometimes it's batch emails aren't that great sometimes, because I don't know what it has to do with, but sometimes I notice a lot don't go through, so I'll send it twice. But if you notice here, it says CTA. That's because I put a call to action on my video, and so you can create a link for your video, so that way they can click on it if you're talking about something and you want to direct them to a certain place. So that's basically what that does. It takes them to a place where they could either get more information or whatever it is that you're looking for. Like when I talk about, a lot of times on my market updates, I will put my call to action, my HomeBot, and HomeBot is where my sellers can go to get the values of their homes. It makes it very easy for them to be able to just click that. Since they're already watching the video, they can click on it and then kind of go from there. And I can tell you that a lot of times people aren't going to say anything right away, but the consistency of your emails will show, because when people talk to you, they'll tell you, oh yeah, I saw this video and you said this, and you're like, oh, I had no idea you were watching it. But they are watching them. They are, taking into account what you're telling them. They trust you. And when the timing's right, they're going to reach out to you and ask you for your assistance in, whatever it is that they're doing. So I just wanted to share that with you. Like I said, it's pretty simple. And if you wanted to sign up, you can. I think they have a a free, like a 14-day trial or something like that. You can try it out and see how that works. But we create our videos in Canva. That's where we create everything. So like all of the actual template is created in Canva. So yeah. So let me see. Let me go here. Yeah, so that's basically that. Does anyone have any questions or need or have anything at all or want to know more about any particular part? Let me know. You can type in your comments and I'll be happy to answer them for you. But like I said, the most important thing is getting your CRM together and making sure that you are, you're definitely putting the time and energy into, filling in everything possible. So meaning, their full names, their addresses, their phone number, their emails, maybe birthdays if you have those, maybe, the type of financing that they have, because the more you know about them, the more you're able to help them. Because let's just say, for instance, they have a particular loan and you know that maybe it's a great time for them to maybe refinance, or maybe they have a lot of equity. Maybe you can talk to them about other ways to use their equity, because maybe some people do want to do other things, but they just don't seem to have the actual liquid money in their account, so they think it's just not possible. But once you start explaining to them the benefits of moving their equity around, maybe they'll be open to doing certain things. But you don't know that. And if they don't know that, then, then obviously they're not going to ask. So that's why it's important to just continue to know who you're marketing to, how long have they been in their home, and maybe it's time for them to downsize or, move in with family because they're getting older, or, or whatever the case is. But being strategic about it and knowing and clustering who it is you're sending your information to will definitely help you. And again, it helps you stay in front of them. But again, you have to stay consistent. I can't stress that, because once you stop being consistent, they feel like, okay, this person's too busy, or they're not doing it anymore. And so it just says a lot about you and your business, in a consumer's, point of view. So you want to make sure that you have the means and the systems in place to stay on top of your, whatever marketing it is that you decide you want to do. So does anyone have any questions? You guys have any questions?
Would we be able to go through one of the programs like MailChimp, Klaviyo, or BombBomb someday, like a different?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so many different. Like I said, the good thing about it is most of them are user friendly. But I know a lot of people, even though I say that, maybe I'm a little bit more savvy than some. But I find that a lot of these things are pretty user friendly. But of course, the more skill that you have in doing them, then obviously the nicer they look. They come out a little bit more, detailed or branded, I guess you could say. But that's another thing, when you are doing it, you want to stay the same. You want to stay branded. You want to make sure that everything looks the same so they recognize it's you. Again, going back to the bigger companies, you don't see any of these bigger companies ever really changing, their branding. You always know what they are, just by looking at a picture or seeing it from afar or seeing it in a magazine. It's like, that that's what that is, because they don't ever change that. And so you don't want to continue to change the way you look, change this, change that. You always want to remain consistent in your branding, so you remain recognized. After so long, they're going to know, oh, this is from this person, because they're so used to seeing your same layout. If you change it every time, then they're not going to, it's going to be a little confusing. So try to find something that goes with your personality, and that's something that you like and that you're going to be okay to stick with for the long run, so that way it remains consistent. That's something that's important as well. So if nobody has any questions, then that will conclude our training. I just, like I said, wanted to be sure that I gave you guys the options to speak, or forever hold your peace, as they say. So if nobody has any questions, well, thank you guys so much for joining. We'll see you next week. And if you need anything, like I said, have any other questions, let me know. But in the meantime, get into those CRMs, start looking at, content, what audiences you want to, what business do you want? Who do you want to work with? So start looking and, focus on marketing to those type of people, and that's it. And get it going, and don't hesitate, or don't delay, because more than anything, email marketing, the cost is your time more than actual dollars. It's going to be your time. So most of us have more time than money when we first start real estate. So definitely, if it's something that you do have, then build up that CRM, start farming, start getting some emails in there, start connecting with people, so that way you can start talking to them from afar. All right, you guys, I will see you guys real soon. Take care.